Welcome to Jung Chronicles, where we share the most powerful and emotional stories that touch the soul. Today's story is one of pain, loss, struggle, and redemption. A story of a boy who was born in chains but fought for his freedom. Stay with us till the end and prepare your heart for a journey like no other. We are free. The village of Abosomfi was alive with the sound of children laughing, the smell of roasted plantains, and the rhythm of distant drums. But inside a small, broken hut, the world was silent. Kojo and his little sister, Efia, sat in the corner, holding their breath, waiting for the storm to pass. Outside, their father, Kwame Badu, staggered home, his drunken footsteps like the beat of war drums. The door slammed open. "Kojo! Efia! Where are you hiding?" Kojo gripped Efia's trembling hands. He had promised to protect her. But how could he protect her from the man who was supposed to love them? Their father found them. His belt became a weapon, his words, knives. "You will never be anything," he spat as he struck Kojo. "You are just a boy, worthless, weak." Kojo never cried, not anymore, but Efia did. And every tear she shed cut deeper than any wound. That night, Kojo whispered, "Efia, one day, we will be free." But freedom was a dream they couldn't afford. Kojo was 15 when he decided they couldn't stay. He grabbed Efia's hand and ran. They ran past the sleeping village, past the river that once held their childhood laughter, past everything they had ever known. The city lights were a false promise. They thought life would be better away from home. But freedom is cruel when you are starving. Kojo knocked on doors, begged for work, but no one trusted a hungry boy with torn clothes. Efia's tiny hands, once soft, became calloused from picking scraps. One night she coughed, once, twice, then more. Her small body trembled in his arms. "Kojo, I'm so tired." His heart stopped. "Just hold on, Efia, please, just a little longer." But the city was heartless. And the next morning, he woke up to silence. Efia was cold, still, gone. Kojo screamed until his voice was lost in the wind, and for the first time in his life, he felt truly alone. Kojo buried Efia with his bare hands. No coffin, no funeral, just dirt and sorrow. He sat beside her grave for 3 days, waiting for death to take him too. But death was not that kind. Instead, an old man stood before him. "You still have a life to live," he said. Kojo laughed bitterly. "I have nothing left." The old man shook his head. "Then build something." For her, those words dug into his soul. Kojo wiped his tears and stood up. And he never looked back. Years passed. Kojo worked harder than anyone. He learned how to trade, how to build, how to rise from the ashes. The boy who had once begged for scraps now owned land, but no amount of wealth could erase the past. One day, he found himself standing in front of the broken hut he had once called home. Inside, his father lay weak, aged, defeated. His once powerful voice was now a whisper. "You came back." Kojo stared at him, the man who had destroyed him, who had taken everything. He could have screamed, he could have walked away. Instead, he simply said, "I am free." His father's lips trembled, but Kojo was already gone. Some wounds never heal, but Kojo was no longer a prisoner of his past. Kojo built a home, not just for himself, but for others. He fed the hungry, sheltered the lost, and protected those who had no one. Because he knew what it was like to be broken. Because he knew Efia would have wanted him to. He whispered to the wind, "Efia, we are free." And for the first time in years, he felt her warmth in the sunlight. She was gone, but she was with him, always. No matter how deep the pain, you can rise. Your past does not define you. Loss is cruel, but love never dies. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, and subscribe for more emotional and inspiring stories. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.